Okay, so this is our class that we have already studied shadows. They are now doing an activity of taking an object and drawing the shadow that they see from that object and moving the paper and the object in different directions to see if the shadow changes. Okay, go ahead and pick an object and a marker and a paper and a position in the sun to trace your object, and then please move your paper and your object. Keep your object in the same position on the in the same direction that it was on the paper, but move it to another place on the paper so you can compare the shadows. Go ahead and do that. And we are tracing the shadows.
Mine's more complex. I'm getting this. That's the spot.
And then go ahead and take your paper and that object and move it to another location. You move the object. Now when you did that, did it actually move? If you put it back where it was, it does move. Okay. Why do you think it did that? Okay. Continue to do this at least 3 more times.
Changing shapes because the paper moves.
What happens if you put it in that shadow? Okay. Go ahead and make it in another shadow that you have already made in this position. No, in a different outline. So that's one outline. That's the one you just did. Okay. Okay. And go ahead and do that shadow. Is that where you had it?
Just now? I had it this one.
Okay. Did you move your paper from that middle one? Did you move your paper over here, or was it in?
Right there.
Okay. Go ahead and put it on your original shadow. And draw that outline. Let's put the time of day on your paper. It's 11 o'clock in the morning, 11 a.m. Once you've drawn at least 5 shadows and put your 11 a.m. on your paper, please come back to the original placement where my markers and paper are, so I know that you're finished. Okay, so when you moved the paper and the object to different positions in this area, did you find your shadow changed? Okay, what did the object change? Did the paper change? So why did the shadow change? Different angles to the sun. What would happen if we brought these papers and this object out, let's say at 5 o'clock today?
The shadows would be facing the other way since the sun rises from the east to the west.
Okay.
So right now the sun is in the east.
Would it change in an hour from now?
Yes, because the sun should be at
Because the sun, it would be where? Would it be to the left? It would be directly above us. Would the shadows be shorter, longer? They'd be smaller. Okay. Very good. It sounds like you've learned a lot about shadows. We will be using our leaf prints and leaving our object on the leaf print in different hours of the day to show where the shadows are and comparing them. Did anyone have a shadow or an object that they would like to discuss or to tell the class?
My shadows are private.
What did you say about your shadows?
They're private.
They're private. Okay. Then that is perfectly okay to have your shadows private. Please make sure your name and the date is on your paper. Well, I will be editing that part out.